Good morning. How is everyone this morning? I had to end up doing a voiceover. This is a candy wrapper notepad. The first one I'm showing you is one I have completed. It's all collaged on the outside and the inside, and I stapled some coffee dyed paper inside. So I apologize for the voiceover, but there was a lot of background noise earlier. So this is the candy wrapper that I used. Every time I open these, I always think these would make cute little journals. So I decided to make a notepad with some packaging. There's some digital paper. Those are some stickers, book pages. Those are coffee dyed book pages, more digitals. Those digitals are from the Tracy Fox Creative. Really pretty. I'm going to use one of those as a focal point on the front. And those are more digitals. That's from Artie Mays. If anybody's interested, go look at. They have wonderful videos also. And then there is some binder paper there that I had coffee dyed, which I'm not picking that up yet, am I? So if anything, you guys get a little comic relief here from the voiceover. Okay, and I think I'm just moving them out of the way so I can start working on the notepad cover. And then there's my cutter. I'm going to cut off the tabs that I don't need from the candy wrapper. The candy wrapper is actually nice cardstock. It's like not too thick, not too thin. I think that's a memory keeper cutter, and then you can also make your fold marks on it. Can't think of the technical term there. See, I use glitter glue and the Scotch permanent glue stick. Then I have a vintage swing line stapler there on top. And I think I think I had to swipe that a couple times to get those tabs off. But I got it. And then I see over in the corner is my quarter rounder. I don't remember if I used the quarter rounder or not. And then there are some times when I had to adjust the camera. It kept sliding down. So I apologize for that. I'm going to have to break out my other camera holder. See if the other one works a little bit better. Yeah, I think it's sliding already. I can see that it's kind of out of the camera. Yep, had to slide it back down. Excuse the hand. Oh, here we go. We're just gonna cut out the focal point for the front of it. Again, that's Tracy Fox Creative. If you would like to go look up her YouTube videos. She also has a website, an Etsy shop of her digitals. And I think she does a newsletter too if you wanted to sign up for something like that. I just thought those colors were pretty, and do plan on using the stickers there. That's at the top. Kind of coordinates with it. I'm just gathering some papers. There's a digital from Artie Mays. And I think, yeah, I just put that on the front. I didn't collage on the front on this one. But I always think it's interesting, the packaging that we receive, like in the mail or like the candy wrapper. Sometimes it just like your mind, my mind anyway, just like, oh, what can I do with this? This is a nice piece of cardstock. I think it all came about that I needed some paper by my nightstand when I was on the phone with somebody and I couldn't find any paper for some reason. I didn't have anything by me. So I thought, well, I'll create something pretty. And I just used that glue stick all over. It actually held up pretty well. The first one I actually sanded because it's glossy. I sanded it a little bit, but actually there's no problems with this. It glued perfectly fine, so you don't necessarily need to sand it. I think if you have a good glue stick, it really helps. Then I'm just using my bone folder to press out any bubbles that might have occurred. If I left anything out, you guys please leave comments below, like if you didn't see like what I was using. I was hoping not to have to do a voiceover, but there was a lot of background noise, so just it seems simpler just to go ahead and do a voiceover. Except voiceovers to me aren't that simple. I'm trying to, especially my camera just keeps dropping and you can't see the whole notepad or what I'm working on. So I just kind of went with it though. Like I said, my next one I'll definitely try to get it more stable. I'm not sure why it keeps dropping. I have it tightened up as tight as I can get it. I mean, it's so tight, I even have a hard time. See, oh, there. Seeing some mess on the floor. We'll get there. And here I'm just cutting the excess off, but I am leaving a margin around so I can fold it over the cardstock to have some nice clean edges. And then I do cut the corners of the paper off so it'll be a little bit cleaner. In here I realized there wasn't like a corner, so I folded it and then came back and cut it off. Part of the cardstock wrapper, I guess, was gone. I didn't realize that until I started working with it. And here, just folding it over just before I glue it, just so, you know, we don't have to have glue on our hands when we're folding it over. And probably out of the camera. Oh, there's the fold. I did create the fold. So now I have a corner where I can clip off. Well, I think I remember to do it after I start gluing. Oh yeah, I didn't want the, yeah, I realized, oh yeah, I gotta clip that corner. I grabbed the paper pad so I didn't have glue on my, this is my nice cutting board that I have here. I haven't actually used it for cutting or painting or anything, that's why it's all nice and clean. And I'm just folding the edges over there. So it looks like I'm going to have to move the camera again, the phone. Barely can see what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. At least it's not too jerky. Get all dizzy sometimes. That one was. We could really see like what's going on around me. There, you guys, don't forget any questions, comments. You like it? Don't like it? Do you think you might, next time you have a candy wrapper that's similar to this, maybe think about making like even a mini journal out of it? I just made a notepad. I mean, you could do all kinds of things with these. You can even do like some type of greeting card out of it. Just, cover it all up. Put your little sentiment inside. And I'm just creasing the spine. This candy wrapper actually has like a built-in spine for the depth of the candy. And now I'm going to start collaging with some book paper and digitals and that shipping paper. I don't know, that shipping paper to me always seems to just kind of bring it all together. And here, the way I collage is like I'll take a piece of the coffee dyed book page, and whatever I put on one side, I try to put on the other side. Not in the same exact position, but just kind of give it a little bit of balance. Because you still kind of want the randomness, but I don't know, it just kind of helps me just have a little bit of balance on each side. I mean, the pieces will be a different shape. And then I try to do the straight edges on the outside there, just so I can get it, flush. Like I said, that glue stick worked pretty well, but sometimes if the edges seem like they're going to be coming up, you can just slide the nozzle of the glitter glue under there and get a better adhesion. Now I'm just trying to decide what side I like better. I like the side that has more of the text on it. And then I try to do either upside down, sideways text. It's just for the effect of it. It's not really to read it. And I do try to be careful with what type of books, I do put on my collaging. I don't want any vulgarity or anything like that. So, and these are just, books that were discarded, usually at the thrift store or, yard sale or something. People don't want them any longer. They're the books that I use, they do not hold any value. Even if they might be vintage, they just don't hold any value to resell them. And there's a piece of the digital, I believe that piece of digital is from Artie Mays. And we're kind of losing the camera area again. And then those stickers there on that business card is from the washi tape shop. Oh, so cute. Their tapes are so nice. And see, then I put another piece of that digital on the other side. See, it's not in the same spot. Just, I just want the balance. Like I said, that's my preference. But others, collage how they want. And that's also another piece of Artie Mays digitals. I'm just tearing the edges. I like the rough edges. I think my hands got a little sticky. It's like I could see like the paper like not letting go. But this project is very it didn't take that long. I mean, the video is like 30 minutes, so and with me it might take a little bit less time. If you're not filming, you can. Oh, I'm going to use some of the distressed ink. Or maybe I was just showing it. I like the distressed ink. I use that color all the time. It's walnut. So I like that color. I do have other colors, but sometimes I put them on and it's just not the same. I'm trying to rough up the edge there and not take too much of it off. It's a little difficult sometimes when that piece is really small, but I think I got it to work. I just use a ruler, usually comes off. Like I said, depending too how big your pieces are that you're putting on, if you had smaller pieces, it would, definitely take a little bit longer. But I did want this kind of flat, so I didn't use any fabric or lace or anything like that. And then there's the packaging material that I like to use. That color. I like that color. Like I said, I'm sure most people get packages in the mail and have that packaging. Hey, you guys, tell me what maybe you go to throw some of your packaging away from, I don't know, food or something that you've ordered in the mail and you just think, oh, well, this is kind of nice. Maybe I could use this for something. Or do you just toss it in recycle? I know sometimes it's hard. You have to like go, oh, okay, well, I have too much. Got to recycle some of it. And then there, I actually did like turn that, which I don't usually do. Kind of like my collage is more vertical and horizontal. But I actually did turn that, so. Oh, there I am. I'm just inking up that piece. I thought it was just a little too white. Some type of book page there. Kind of stood out a little too much against the other brownish, beigey colors. Just have that one area left to cover up. And there we go again. Well, hopefully that didn't bother you too much with the camera sliding up and down. It wasn't extremely jerky. I just think that one time in the very beginning, it was a little bit jerky, but hopefully you guys can forgive me for that one. And now I'm taking the distressed oxide or ink, and I'm just trying to get rid of the white, like a little bit of that white from the packaging is showing. So I just darkened up that corner. And then there's a second one that quite didn't get, the paper didn't quite meet. So that's what's also nice about that distressed ink. And I think I just put a little bit of glue on there. It was coming up. Now I just have to get the bone folder and get those creases back in there to fold it up. There we go. Trying to get back in so you can see the project. And then there's some pieces that are flapping up, and that, that's pretty normal. Just I probably missed with the glue stick. Then sometimes I'll go back in with glitter glue. I think I'm going to do a practice video just like to see, the next time that I'm filming. Hopefully I won't run into this problem after I get it all worked out. Oh, there we go, using the corner rounder on the focal point of the notepad. Candy Wrapper Notepad. While you guys get a good look at my glue and my vintage stapler, that was not the intent. Oh, I think I walked away to get something. Oh, a pen. I walked away to get a pen. I forgot to grab a pen. Like I said, this area is a nice and clean area. Because when I'm not on camera, it's messy. Oh, yeah, and those ends that I tore off of the book pages, they make great little labels for sentiment, or, you just want to name it. Just whatever whatever you need to put on there. You just, you can ink up the edges. You can write on it. Or if you have maybe some alphabet stamps you can use, you can do that. I think I just was covering up the word blossom there. I put notes or note or something like that. Yeah, I'm making up the edges of that book paper. There we go. Yeah, I just wrote on their notes. I mean, you could put whatever you want on there. Put your name on there so people know it belongs to you. And then I chose this paper because it had lines on it. I kind of wished I would have done that in the other one. Just, I like lines when I write. Let's see. I think I inked up the edges of this also just to kind of have it coordinate a little bit. Yeah. That's just the ink dauber. I believe they call them. Just some foam on there. Yeah, my lid to my ink pad, I put the dauber on top of it so it really stained it. I was just deciding where to glue the focal point down. I mean, you could leave it plain too. You don't necessarily have to put anything on top. I just thought it was pretty. And those colors of those stickers really match well with the, well, it was a tag and I cut it down to just a card. You guys, just because you have something that's card shape or tag shape, you can cut it down to a card. Or even if it's card shape, you can cut it into a tag. So, pretty versatile. Just trying to decide which one to use. Yeah, that came in handy too for protecting the cutting pad. I do always try to cover up my glue because I have left it off by accident and it dries really fast. So the top part of it dries and then you have to kind of actually cut the hard part off. So just try to get into a habit of just covering up that glue. I know it's a pain to kind of cover it up each time, but it's worth it. It looks like we're almost done. I think I'm just trying to decide which flower grouping to use. Yeah, these stickers from the washi tape shop, they really, they're sticky. Oh, here, yeah, that's right. I was putting a little ink on them because those are really white too, the background of the flowers. I mean, like I said though, if you ever put something down, it doesn't seem like it wants to stick very well. You just, that glitter glue has some really nice nozzles on them that gets under that, but that sticker's like stuck good. I'm just showing you. It's walnut stain. Oh, it's distressed oxide. I do see the word again. These things last for a long time. I think I've had the first one I had for a couple years. I mean, I think I let it dry out though. I think that was another thing. I had left the lid off and I didn't realize it. Oh, here, see that nozzle there? I'm just going back in and finding some areas that have come up. I mean, everybody has to find their preference on their glues, but I mean, this is what I use. So if you haven't found yours yet and you haven't tried these, I would highly recommend them. Yeah, see, I probably didn't get enough. Either I didn't get enough glue stick on there, or when I was folding it, it came up. But this glitter glue really, really works really well. I don't know, I need to probably change the title of this video. Go up and down as we go up and down. Yeah, I'm bringing back my cutter so we can cut some pages to fit inside. I had actually, when I coffee dyed that, I just left it all together. It was just a notepad that I don't even know if I actually bought it. I think it's just one I had here. And I just put the whole thing in the container of the coffee and just let it soak up and then just let it sun dry. Yeah, I think these were, the pages are actually 3 by 7, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, I usually don't measure, but I think I did measure just because I wanted it kind of on the board, but then I used the cover to actually. And I like using my cutter for nice straight edges on something like this, like paper like this. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting. And I think I covered everything that I've used. I didn't use a whole lot. The collage paper was just scrap from my scrap box of other projects that I've done. Yeah, I don't think the cutter liked going through all those pages. But I made it work. Like I said, this is just, it was just stapled in with 2 staples, and the staples went in really well, so they're not like going to poke anyone from behind. Yeah, I think I had a little difficult time. It started moving on me. I would recommend some clips just so it doesn't move. Like I said, the stapler came from a thrift store, so no reason to buy new if you don't have to. And there we go. It's all completed. It's ready to go in your maybe your purse, handbag, or on your nightstand or something. Maybe like a thin pin might fit in the side there, or you could just clip it on the outside too. So yeah, fun little project. Oh, there's the first one I did. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a like and maybe share. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Did that work?